Hi everyone, my name is Dallas Froome and this is my AEP858 Module 1 introductory video. So a little bit about me. I graduated from K-State in 2017. I majored in elementary education. Currently I'm working on a master's in education degree, and then I'm also trying to get an endorsement in ESOL. Lately, through quarantine, I've learned that teaching is the only job I will ever love. I've considered getting different jobs, and just think about anything besides being a teacher really doesn't sound fun to me, and so I know that I've chosen the right career. I love sports. Volleyball is my favorite sport to play, and I love watching any sport. I love arts and crafts, painting, and lately I've been refinishing some old furniture. During this time, I've gotten into lots of movies, and cooking has been my newfound hobby. And then finally, I just love spending quality time with the people that I love, my family, my friends, and my dogs. A little bit more about me. I just finished my third year of teaching. My first 2 years were in a public school here in Salina, Kansas. And then this past year I moved to the Catholic school that I grew up in. So there are some major differences and then also lots of pros and cons to both. Goals: overall getting my degree and this summer to learn more about how to enhance everyday education and to make it memorable and meaningful for the students in our schools today. To learn how to embed more technology into my classroom. I got really interested in this during the quarantine, and I think blended learning sounds like something that can really benefit a lot of students. And then to use data to properly assess and move students forward, first by meeting them where they are at. And I'd like to be an ESOL instructor someday, or a teacher that others can come to for advice when they're struggling to reach an ELL student. I feel that sometimes ELL students are overlooked. I think they have a lot more to bring to the table than we give them credit for. We have to realize that they know 2 languages, and that's more than most of us can say. And I think sometimes their language struggles come off as learning disabilities when they're really not such. And so I want to be an ESOL instructor to help those students out and really bring to light their strengths and their knowledge. Critical reflection. So currently at the Catholic school, we take the Iowa Basics tests. Every grade takes these, and that's about the only data reflection that we do throughout the years. We look at their test scores, and that is around January. And then the older grades, I'm a second grade teacher, but the older grades will take the state assessments and then go over that data. Previously in the public school, we had MAP testing, we had PLCs, once weekly, sometimes twice weekly, to go over classroom data and plan formative and summative assessments. And then we also gave BAS reading assessment, which is benchmark assessment system from Fontes and Pinnell. So a little difference between the public and private school is I feel like the public school is very reliant on data, and you had to have it up to date each meeting you were going to, and the private school is more focused on other attributes of education. Also in my current school, individual teachers, we make our own decisions about formative and summative assessments that we give. Some grade level teachers work together, some work separately. I work together with my other second grade teacher to keep our assessments consistent. Personal critique and plan. So I adjust my instruction based on student formatives, exit tickets, observations, other things we do daily in class. Some students may be ready for advanced material, some need review, or some need to go back to basics, or we need to review previous topics to create background knowledge. And then when I feel that students are ready for a summative, I give a summative, and After these, I would like to move on, but that's not always the case. So as a teacher, we have to be able to make decisions on when it's time to move on, because I feel that sometimes students get a little tired of learning the same thing. So because of this, it's good to use small group instruction and differentiation to catch students up or move others forward. And I've used my experience from the public school that was so data focused and driven to enhance my teaching in a place where data is not the focus. And finally, I want to encourage others in my school to reflect on their practice and use data to help them make their decisions.